Pa'lante. Capítulo 4 continúa. Ahora, para adentro. Ay, te he hecho pedazo. Tiene fianza había a favor. Y se grabó justo cuando lo vi.
I don't care who killed the prostitutes. If Crane was helping himself to the community coffers, it means his hand was in my pocket, and you just let him go!
I don't know what you heard, but it didn't happen like that.
Are you denying the facts?
She's denying me the chance to get a word in. Now, Miss White,
Sheriff Bigby has returned.
Ah, there's the old wrecking bowl himself.
Bigby, where have you been?
I'm not finished here, Miss White.
You will have to wait. Just one moment, please.
Look what I found.
Hala. ¿Ahora qué?
Seems your dog wants a biscuit.
Córtale el cuello con el Chris.
Buffkin, get this piece in the mirror right away.
With pleasure, Miss White.
Finally, things are swinging back in the right direction. Good work, Bigby. You've been gone all day. What did you uncover? I thought you were going to report back to me. I mean, it's fine. So what else did you find out?
I had to get real persuasive with the Jersey Devil down at the Lucky Pawn, but he told me that the Crooked Man's door, to wherever it is he hangs his hat, it moves. It's some kind of magic door.
Do you think the mirror will be able to find the door once it's fixed?
That's how Crane did it, and that's how we're gonna do it.
Excellent work. Really.
Sheriff, I could use your assistance. Would you join me at the mirror?
¿Qué pasa ahora?
Don't go far, Sheriff. I'd like to have a few words of my own with you.
Vete a la mierda
Why
hasta
don't
que
you
esté
go
listo.
fuck off until I'm good and ready?
I don't understand. This piece just doesn't want to join the rest. Do you have any idea why?
Got me.
Not necessarily.
Well, where did you find it? What has it gone through since being separated from the rest? Shattering is a very traumatic experience, you know. So this process can be a little touchy.
María tuvo en sus manos.
Found it in Crane's coat. Last person I saw with Crane or his coat was that psycho Bloody Mary. Maybe she had
Ha traumatizado.
Yes, Miss White was asking about her.
pobre espejo.
That explains it. You know who and the mirror have a very unhappy history with each other. How would you like it if she tried to use you as a doorway?
I think I already know the feeling.
Well, I think I know how to proceed now. It will just take a little extra coaxing, that's all. Thank you for your help. It could be a while, Sheriff. I'll find you when it's ready.
Vale.
Besides which, he might not want to come out with you watching.
Oh, he doesn't like being spied on.
If you ask me, you're everything that's wrong with Fabletown.
Is it fixed? Did you ask about the Crooked Man?
Buffkin's still working on it. He said it might be a while.
If you're so self-reliant, what do you want from the business office so bad?
What I want is my business.
I can't take those two right now. We're trying to catch a murderer, and they're over there bickering about bureaucracy. We're at war. Don't they realize that?
Do you need some help over there?
Yeah, thanks. Go talk to Toad. But just so you know, we can't pay him. He really needs to go to the farm, you know. So just break the news and be done with it, okay?
No budge on that bloody glamour. I only came in to see if...
Toad, come here.
I thought I made myself very clear.
I see how it is. Passed off to an underling, eh? Why am I not surprised? Well,
Intenta hacer
you
bueno
calls
contigo.
what damage brings me in here, so maybe it's for the best. Just need a little bit of dosh to cover it. I tried talking to her about it, but it's like chatting up a brick wall, it is. Now, I'm sure you've got your own agenda, Sheriff.
Hey, I tried to give you money back at the Lucky Pawn, but you wouldn't take it.
I was just being polite. Ever heard of it? That wouldn't have covered the cab ride home, let alone a glamour. Please, I'm not looking for any more than to cover the big-ticket damages. Not a cent more. I'm not looking for a handout. Just what's right. I need it, Bigby.
Here, Crane won't be getting any use out of this. Will that do?
Crane's money, eh? Well, I suppose that means it belongs to me as much as anybody. Thank you, Sheriff.
Use it to get glamored, Toad. You got the money now, so I won't be so lenient if I catch you again. And the farm is always on the table.
Good.
But of
You
course.
have to understand, it's...
Se ha dado un saltito.
Bluebeard, you want to talk? Now's your
Se da cuenta.
chance.
Si es que el otro
I've
también.
just made my donation funding this office, so direct your questions to Miss White.
Well, at least he's not trying to get rid of me.
He's not?
For now. Did you take care of Toad? I mean, I saw the way he left. I know it may not seem that important right now, but glamours are the law for a very good reason.
De momento lo vamos a quitar encima.
I'll take care of it later. I told him we'd work it out so he'd get out of our hair. We don't have time to worry about that right now.
Bigby, what did I tell you?
If he's unglamored when this whole thing is over, I'll send him to the farm. No questions asked, okay?
Fine, we'll deal with it later. I know I should be asking how it got like this, but I just keep wondering why it happened. To Faith and Lily. You've seen his world. Do you have any idea why he'd want them dead? I don't know if the Crooked Man killed them with his own hand or if it was one of his goons, but someone did.
If there's one thing I figured out, it's that the Crooked Man is all about
Encontrado.
control. It's what he does with the loans at the pawn shop, the magic he peddles, chains, ribbons. Maybe Faith and Lily weren't doing what they were told. Or maybe they just tried to leave.
Sheriff, Miss White! I believe the mirror is repaired.
I have to say I have been better. But thanks for putting me back together.
I'm sorry, I have to know. Mirror, mirror, we're glad you weren't slain. Now please show us that sick creep Crane.
Yeah, I want to see where he's ended up, too.
You will get on that plane to Paris, and you will wait for the day the Crooked Man needs you. Until then, not a peep. Otherwise, I get to deal with you my way. So please, please disobey. Wait a minute. Someone's watching.
What just happened?
We pointed you in the wrong direction and looked at Bloody Mary's reflection.
Oh, her. That explains the sting. I'd rather not have to feel the pain she brings. So, let's not do that again.
Okay.
Okay?
Looks like we'll have to track him down later.
You're right. We need to focus on the immediate threat, and that's the Crooked Man. Bigby, we don't have a lot of time.
Pejete, pejete.
Mirror, mirror, no time to pout. So, where does Crooked Man hang out? I don't recognize the door, but that's the Crooked Man symbol on it.
Hold on.
Ya no está.
The door. It moves.
Sí,
What'd I tell you?
lo que dije.
Wait a minute. I know that door.
That's Central Park. I don't know when it's gonna move again, but I'm gonna get there before it does.
Bigby, wait! When you get the Crooked Man, make sure you bring him back alive. He has to stand trial. This can't be like it was with Tweedledum. I don't care if it gets out of hand. You don't let it come to that. I know that emotions can run high.
Es más fácil
You
matarlo.
have your reasons to handle this a certain way.
I'll catch him and bring him back here, alive. Then we can clean him and cook him together.
Good. I have enough to worry about here while I prepare the case against him. So I'm going to trust you to handle this properly. That is, if you think you're ready.
Of course I'm ready. I got no other choice.
Puente gótico. Calle Central Park por la noche. Pata. Pa' adentro. Y me ha llegado justito. Es como que cada vez que entra alguien, cambia de sitio. también puede ser.
Tim, what the hell are you doing here?
Good evening, Sheriff. I'm here to take you to the boss. Thanks, by the way, for leaving off Tiny. I have to admit, when they asked me to watch the door, I wasn't sure what to expect when you came through that portal. I know you aren't here on a social call.
Hold on. You've just been waiting for me to show up? You knew I was coming?
That's what they told me. I don't know, they said you made it pretty clear. I'm supposed to bring you right on in, so if you'll come this way. Look, this is the one thing I have to do.
Fine, lead on.
Te pongo a meter a este en problema cuando es un mandado que esté por necesidad.
Thanks for understanding. This is all I'm here to do, and I don't want to mess it up. I know I'm probably the last person you'd expect to be a guard.
I get it. You have a job to do. But you gotta ask yourself if you want to be involved with this guy.
Whatever you may think of him, he doesn't treat me like some broken little kid. I think he gets what it's like. He gave me a job, and I'm lucky to have it. This is the only option I've got. Just keep that in mind, maybe? Because if you and the boss go up against each other, the rest of Fabletown is gonna get caught in the middle. And if you're here, it can't be good. So I hope you two can come to an understanding.
Ya veremos qué acuerdo llegamos.
A lot of us depend on him. Some of us never get to the front of the line at the business office. But he's there. We need you, but we need him too. What we don't need is a war. Hey, Sheriff, hold up. I gotta go in with you. Thanks.
Am I some kind of a fucking joke to you? What did I tell you, eh? Stop laughing at me.
Tell me who the fuck is back there.
I ain't scared of you.
I don't exactly know. I just mind the door.
You needn't
The boss
worry.
is there.
He'll come around.
I know that
I might
much.
train before him. I'm sure he will prove himself quite handy to have in my pocket. Either he's smart enough to
Si no me
see
han
that it's
subtítulos me da
back,
igual.
or dim enough to do as he's told.
That won't be necessary. Sheriff Wolf, sir.
¿Está todo Cristo aquí?
Thank you, Tim. I know the sheriff isn't the accommodating sort, but you handled it. You did well. You can go now.
Thank you, sir.
You see, everyone in Fabletown has a role to fill. You just have to pay attention to what they need to help them find it. Why don't you have a seat, Sheriff? We have a great deal to discuss.
Hablemos.
All right, you got me here. Let's talk.
Buena Gigi. Hacer la promo, como siempre. ¿Qué tal? Boom. Hola, Palmer. ¿Qué tal? Dragonite, gracias por el full. Bienvenido. ¿Qué tal ha ido el Lolete? Me he dejado el lurqueillo. Que claro, ahora sale mi canal. Entonces, pues fuera. Vamos a poner la pegatina. Si es que puedo. Listo. ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué me contáis? Hola. ¿Qué tal, gente? ¿Cómo ha ido el directillo? ¿Qué había hecho aparte de Lolete? Llevo un ratillo aquí nada más con el lobete. Y estamos ya conociendo al malo maloso del juego.
I've heard stories about you.
Bloody Mary.
In the old days, how you picked up.
Ya lo del guiso lo he dejado ahí. De lo que no sé de qué voy a hablar. Ya le pide
He's coming.
el gol en la
And they
playa.
would wait, hiding anywhere they could squeeze their pathetic, shivering corpses. Some would just drop to their knees where they
Pues
stood,
capítulo final.
close their eyes,
Empieza ahora.
and wait for death. And you'd give it to them. I wish I could have seen it. Oh well.
Bueno, ¿y qué me contáis? ¿Qué habéis hecho más aparte del directillo y eso? A ver. Habéis hecho lo que todo el mundo. Lo que todo el mundo. Aquí un tercio. Mira, casi todo el mundo intentó mandar. O sea, no mandar a sapo a la granja. Continúa. Está grande. La va a liar, hombre. Que la lía. Jugar. Pero píllate un taburete para cocinar. Ahí está sentadico. Pues episodio final y terminamos el juego ya. Me supone que dura hora y media. Si de verdad dura hora y media,
I mean, your eyes
podemos echar los LEDs al
and
final.
the teeth. You're not really supposed to do that, are you?
Sí,
Not if I can avoid it.
así a gamer tal cual. A ver, venga, Palmera sabe. No, pero un taburete. Si va a estar mucho rato, si renta. Que no sé si tendrás taburete.
Holly's sister, Lily.
Do you even give a shit about us? The strays.
Yo dormí en
That's
esta
why you
silla
can't
alguna vez.
tell me anything. It's the ribbon,
Poco.
isn't it?
Cuando tenía que dormir a lo
Destroying
menos
the tree.
3 horas o 4 y luego levantarme para hacer algo, me dormí aquí.
We're not burning the tree, Snow.
Hey, you're not really gonna send me to the farm.
¿Sabes lo que
are
pasa?
you?
Que no está lo
Look,
que de este capítulo.
maybe a few will get
¿Sabes lo que pasa? Que en
some,
esta casa no voy a
but
hacer
my
eso porque
friend
es que esa cama es súper
wouldn't do
cómoda,
that to
tío.
you.
Yo que ese colchón de Dios.
Oh God, Bigby!
Entonces no,
This time was no
no
joke.
voy a perder la
Take
oportunidad de
as many
dormir allí.
metal shellings as you see fit, but take just one more silver round near your heart.
Pero
and
la
the
otra
only
casa que
place I'll
tiene
be visiting you
colchones
is the
normales,
morgue.
pues sí he dormido alguna vez en el sillón este.
Bigby,
No se
wait.
inclina y tal.
When you get the Crooked Man, make sure you bring him back alive. He has to stand
Sí, no,
trial.
hombre. Me pongo
Why don't you have a seat, Sheriff?
la categoría de estoy durmiendo
Deal to discuss.
y me cae. Con la babilla por aquí. Joder, qué asco. No, pues ese colchón es lo mejor que tiene la casa por mucho. Me parece a mí. Es que te hunde y estás como arropado por el colchón y luego ya encima la manda. Está en la gloria. Venga, ya capítulo 5. Ya terminamos el juego hoy. Que me ha durado 4 días, me parece. Que por cierto no
You've
lo he
come a
destacado
long
todavía.
way. You must be tired.
Que con tantos enemigos no nos podemos poner farrucos, ¿eh? Que nos calientan la cara.
And if my envoys are correct, you haven't had a lot of rest recently.
Y saca la pistola porque sabe que
Please,
aguantazos cobra.
Sheriff,
Que ya
relax
cobró.
for a moment, will you? Do you want a drink? Something to eat? Vivian makes a very nice, it's elegant.
Tomar una copa.
Really, a carpaccio.
Vamos a ir de buena,
It's
de
lobster,
momento.
sirloin,
Got a scotch?
Only Tennessee whiskey, unfortunately. What do you think you're
Todos los
doing?
cigarros los tira
He's
después de
not
dos
Mr.
calas.
Wolf is our guest,
¿Te
and I
tiene que durar
have
un
every
paquete
intention
media
of
hora?
cooperating.
Da dos
So
calas,
don't
Arsuel.
waste the silver. Sit down, Jersey.
Vale, Palmera, que vaya bien. Que descanse.
Well,
Que
Sheriff,
tenga un sueño reparador,
for
güey.
the sake of transparency, why don't you tell us why you're here? It would help settle everyone's nerves.
Gracias por quedarte a la raid. Tú mataste a esa
You know
mujer.
why I'm here. You killed those women.
What women?
Faith and Lily, the girls who worked at the Pudding and Pie.
Hay una teoría con el final del juego, con la primera chica que conoce en el juego. Que luego cuenta. Que igual sí es la que...
Did I now? I assume by your confidence in accusing
Igual sí me
me,
creo
you
esa
must
teoría
have
más
some
que otra.
proof of this, yes? Some allotment of evidence. A witness, perhaps.
I know you did it.
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I wish you had me dead to rights. I really do, for your own sake. But no, I didn't kill anyone. Those women. I don't relish telling you that the killings were perpetrated by an employee of mine. It's a very unfortunate bit of business, but I promise you,
No te
the matter will
preocupes.
be
Otro
dealt
día.
with
Sí, todos los días.
internally. I just want to settle
todos
the
los días.
issue for you.
Cuando
Assure you
quieras.
that it's over with.
Te puedes
You
pasar.
really don't need to worry yourself.
¿Quién lo hizo? Que te mato.
An unfortunate bit of business. You're gonna tell me right now who killed him.
Sheriff, I have complete respect for you and your job. I hope you know that. But I simply can't divulge that information. You really shouldn't worry yourself. As I said, I've got this under control.
No, I'm gonna deal with it right now.
Yeah, right. What do you think this is? Some kind of negotiation?
No entiendo por qué el gordo nos han echado encima de primera.
The
Matamos al
man
hermano
said
gemelo.
he'd take care of it. So why don't you take the hint and get
Me
out?
está
I'm
encabronando.
already pissed off. You don't want to make it worse.
Oh, I think I do. I'd love a good reason to put a bullet between your eyes after what you did.
That's enough! I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but in the interest of preserving our alliance, if you have to know, it was Georgie.
Venga, buenas noches. Que descanse.
However, like I said, I'll be handling the matter if you don't mind.
Georgie.
You got what you wanted, so just
sit down now.
Nos tiene controlaico, ¿eh?
Yeah,
Que el
I
padrino.
killed him, so what? You should have just kept your nose where it fucking belonged.
You piece of shit. I should have fucking known.
Look, the fact is, George here misinterpreted one of my instructions.
Misinterpreted?
And I want to make things right. So, let's work something out.
What's there to work out? I'm protected, aren't I?
Your protection has limits, and I think you've far exceeded yours.
¿Me lo va a entregar o me
But
lo
you could
entrega?
murder someone in cold blood like that.
You fucking asked me to do this.
And
you
then
told me
attempt
to
to
kill
blame
him.
me for it. You will be silent while we discuss what to do with you.
This is right bollocks, this.
Sí, sí, el
You're
jefe
just
no
gonna
ve.
let him do this?
Es que al pelirrojo
So
calvo
what do you say,
le hemos
Sheriff?
cruzado la
Can we
cara.
discuss terms?
Al gordo le hemos matado al hermano
You can
gemelo.
have Georgie.
Entonces,
Consider it a gift.
hay
Ensuring our
tensiones.
continued cooperation.
What the hell?
Take this fucker. Take all of them. I didn't fucking
don't
start
make
this.
any trouble, Georgie.
I think I'll be taking both of you.
You're not taking me, you fucking ponce. What the fuck is this shit? You said you'd cover for us.
For minor infractions,
Hay-
not murder.
Just go with him, Georgie. You're gonna
que
sink
llamamos
us
al
all.
policía, entonces claro.
What's wrong with you
Con la
people?
mafia pues ahí...
You're really gonna sell him out just like
You
that?
think I give a
Ay,
fuck
bro.
if I'm the one... Who the shit do you think you fuckers
Just
are?
get the fuck out of
I
here.
do apologize, Sheriff, but I think it's best if you leave now.
There's no way I'm going with him. Are you kidding me?
Things are about to get unpleasant, and I would rather you
El
would.
tema es que en una mafia de verdad, al que están acusando y mandando a que pague, tendría que mantener la boca cerrada. Porque luego digamos que el jefe manda a un abogado bueno, reduce la condena, luego en la cárcel no lo van a tocar, cumple X tiempo y fuera. Y eso le favorece luego con la relación con el jefe y demás. El tema es que aquí los pueden tirar al pozo a un pozo que es sin fondo, entonces pues va a morir, entonces no es lo mismo.
You can go join that whore at the bottom of the lake for all I
Entonces es
give a
normal que esté
shit.
tenso
But
también.
he's not taking me anywhere. I'll roll over on the lot of you before I let that shit happen.
What are you saying?
Yeah, what the fuck? You're gonna make sure we all
Va a
go
coger
down this shitter
al
with
jefe.
you?
I'm running out of patience, Crooked Man. I don't have time to fuck around here.
This could have gone so well.
Podría,
But you
pero...
just had to complicate things. To speak the truth, I've never been a very good mediator. Why negotiate when you can just decide?
Como Bloody Mary.
Did I miss anything good? Well, look at you, all fixed up.
El hombre lobo es el prota, que es el lobo feroz. O sea, el lobo de Caperucita Roja y los tres cerditos. Y el cerdo que habla es el cerdo mayor, el que hizo la casa de paja, me parece. Creo que era el mayor. Y el pelirrojo un calvo es un demonio. Que se está transformando ahí. Es... Ya para allá, hombre. Vamos, bronca, ya está.
Over here! You're done, Wolf.
Come on, we're pretty much done here.
I'd like to say it was nice knowing you, but I'll be glad to see your insides turned out.
A la puñada al otro. Campeón. Se me va a escapar el hombre tortuoso, ¿eh? Hala.
Oh god.
Fue así.
This way.
Ahí, ¿lo matamos? No sé, para que no se puede elegir. Hay algunos que puede elegir matarlo, ¿no? O meterte en pelea o no. O ir a un sitio u otro. Pues aquí todos los personajes, o casi todos son de cuento.
Shit!
I know.
Ya estoy a transformar. ¿Qué tenemos aquí? Bueno, un coche todavía, pero... Esta parte de esta persecución no me acuerdo. Pero nada. Ahora para arriba. Bueno. Estamos llamando la atención demasiado. El tema es que son personajes de cuento en el mundo humano. O real, digamos. Entonces deben ir con cuidado de que no se vean ciertas cosas. Como esto. O magia o animales, o sea, animales que hablan y demás.
Fuck! What was that?
Mira el otro.
Take him off!
I can't.
Por ahí voy. Ah, hay a veces que me ponen muy duro. Estaba hecho para que no llegara. Eso está feo. Te ponen ahí la opción, venga, púlsala mucho y luego... Eso ponerte opciones...
Gun it!
Are you sure?
Do it!
He's not moving.
Keep going!
Lo que no sé por qué ha subido para arriba. Podría haber saltado y ya.
Come on.
Fuck it!
Qué casualidad que hay ropa de hombre. Hay ropa de hombre justo en ese sitio. Mira, la misma ropa que llevas normalmente, pues ahí. Clavado. Aquí. Macotilla. No hay sangre, bueno, no. Era de esperar. Mira, abrimos la puerta. Dale al. No, lo de soplar, no. No está.
Come on. We can't stay here.
El puto.
Hang on. I need a minute.
Okay.
Ah, entramos directamente. Hola, ¿qué hace? ¿Estás bien, caballero? Caballero proxeneta.
Hello, Bigby. I hoped you'd come to your senses. Crooked Man's the one you want. But of course, you're too much of an idiot to see that. Or maybe you just like me too much to let me go.
Please, Sheriff. Haven't you done enough? Look at him. He's dying.
Vivian.
You can't seriously want to protect this guy. You know what he did.
I'm not going anywhere. It isn't his fault.
He's a murderer. Faith and Lily, he's the reason they're dead.
Look, I know he made a few mistakes. We all have.
What? He made sure they couldn't talk with those damn ribbons, and then he killed them. You're wearing one yourself. Doesn't that bother you even a little, knowing that man murdered...
Of course it does. Those girls...
So it's all my fucking fault then?
I didn't
fucking... You're gonna throw me to the fucking wolf too? You know I didn't have a goddamn choice. What the fuck?
Pues habla de
I
nuevo.
did what I had to! You can't fucking blame me for that.
Why'd you do it then, huh? If it's not your fault, then what the fuck happened?
Look, Faith and the others tried to pull a run on us. And as you can imagine, the Crooked Man wasn't too thrilled. But of course, the big boss didn't want to get his fucking hands dirty. So he told me to take care of it. You think I don't know what that means? Either I do what he says or I'm the one getting dealt with. So I fucking killed him. And I'd do it again. Because it's not my fault. You think that'll help? You still haven't learned, have you? Still the same old fucking moron. Go ahead and kill me then. But it won't bring back Lily or Faith. It won't free your friend Narissa.
No, si irá al
And I'm just
pozo.
the sap taking the fall for the whole thing.
Es que no sé si los tiran todos al pozo o van a un
It must
tipo
be
de
so
cárcel o
easy
algo.
being you. Just come in here and blame me for all this shit. Job's done, right? George is the bad guy. It's all his fucking fault.
Hombre, tú las mataste, tienes parte de
But what was I
culpa.
supposed to do? You don't
Mucho
know
que
what
te
it's
hayan-
like, Bigby. How could you know? At the end of the day, you're just like him. Coming here, talking about options. Like it was that simple.
Stop complaining and take responsibility for what you did. You murdered Faith and Lily. You put those fucking ribbons around their necks. You had the power to let them go, but you chose not to.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. If I freed them... What would you have me do? Kill her?
Georgie, don't.
It was them or Vivian. So you tell me, if freeing Lily meant she had to die. Do you still think I had a fucking choice?
What are you doing?
I told you.
Wait, how is she involved in all this?
This is
A
the
ver, el lobo es el sheriff. El lobo es
The girl with the
el
ribbon.
poli.
I'm sure you've heard the stories. Couldn't take it off, couldn't talk about it. She used her little purple ribbon to make more of them. To keep our girls quiet. To ensure absolute discretion.
You promised you wouldn't.
All that magic is connected to this little thing. You remove hers, and the spell's broken. They're all free. But you know what happens to her? The same thing that happened to Faith. So don't you come in here and tell me I fucked up.
What the hell, Georgie? We were supposed to look out for each other. I trusted you.
You can't fucking blame me. You're not innocent here either.
Wait, those were your ribbons? You're in on this? I thought you cared about them.
I do. Of course I do. You have to understand, nobody was supposed to die. When we built this place, it was just a stupid idea. A gimmick. Discretion is our guarantee.
Con
That's how it started.
mantener la boca cerrada. No hace falta poner la cinta esta que te decapita, pero bueno.
We were gonna be in charge for once, and nobody would try to control us or use us. That was the point. Then the Crooked Man showed up, and everything just turned to shit.
So, do you get it now? Why I couldn't just... If you still think it's so fucking simple, then you do it. Go right ahead. Kill her then.
What are you doing?
Break the spell. Save the fucking day.
Stop it.
I told you. Sometimes all your options are shit. What the fuck are you supposed to do then?
We'll find another way. She doesn't have to die. Maybe the witches
Don't talk
can...
about me like I'm not even here. Please. You think this is hard for you? My life is such a fucking burden on your conscience. Don't I get a say? It's my life. Like it was either of yours to give up in the first place.
I wasn't really...
You're right. It's your life.
I know what I've done.
Wait.
I'm sick of everyone thinking that they can just do what they want with my life. I thought it would be different here. But it's all the fucking same.
Vivian, I didn't mean...
Do you think I wanted to be this person? What I did to Faith and Lily? To all of them.
Vivian, wait.
Every day I have to look Gwen and Hans in the eye and pretend I don't care. I have to forget what I've done to them. What I took away from them. I look at Nerissa and I hate myself.
Vivian.
I can't pretend anymore.
What are you doing?
Vivian, don't. Vivian, no! Fuck! No, 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 no!
Decapita.
Why'd you have to do that, Vivian? Vivian!
Ya estás contento.
Happy now? Is this what you wanted?
Joderle la vida.
Vivian, I didn't fucking mean it. I was just...
Ese es un poco cabrón.
Oh, fuck!
Get up.
Pie. Pie. Con las tripas por fuera.
Don't think so, Bigby. I'm gonna die here. I think we both know that. Just make sure you give the Crooked Man the same treatment when you find him.
Me han pedido que no lo mate, pero...
Really fuck him up for me, alright? For both of us.
Why do you care? Shouldn't you be more worried about yourself here?
Just wanted a nice image to part on. Old foundry by the river, alright? Shepherd Metalworks. He'll be there. Fucking asshole.
El tema es que el problema no es el hombre tortuoso, es Bloody Mary.
Or do you plan to kick me around a little first? Rip my limbs off one by one? That's what you want to do, right? Well, whatever it is, just get it over with.
That's not who I am.
Sure it's not. No more games, all right? We both know how this ends. Just make it quick.
Matarlo.
All right, Georgie.
Pero corta el cuello. Vale, ha sido rápido. O sea, no sé, un garrazo en la yugular ya. Bueno, le ha sacado el bazo y parte el hígado y ya está. Al cajón. Vamos a tener problemas con Blancanieves. Que no quiere que matemos gente y acaba de morir dos. Y aunque una no es culpa nuestra, no la va a echar también en cara. Romeo y Julieta, tal cual. De extra radio, ¿sabes? En el puti. Ay. Limusina. Ah, esta es la del tío este, ¿sabes? Tontería, mira. Vamos a entrar.
Of course.
Pata, dale y pata. Hacer matar a un Warwick y darle y revienta al otro. Claro. Tira ahí, pa. Como una presión infinita, ¿no? Vamos a esto.
So this is where they've been sending these.
La sombra que hace de esto negativo, ¿sabes? Uy. Que parece la de esta de Sao, ¿eh? Algunos de los almacenes de Sao. Uy, me quita la pegatina. Sí, la... Ah, sigue ahí.
Bigby Wolf. The big bad wolf.
Luego fueron estos mejores momentos, pero... O sea, este herido está hecho pedazos.
You used to be something.
Pues me tienen controladísimo, ¿eh? Blancanieves. ¿La de medio cuál, ¿Papel de asno? No, ¿no? No, creo que no. Era este. Esta papel de asno.
They used to fear you.
Te tenían miedo.
They'd hide anywhere their small shivering bodies would fit.
El tema es que este tío, después de volver, o sea, después de venir del mundo de cuento, intentó, o sea, como se supone que todos tienen una segunda oportunidad, pues intentó ser bueno y tal. Claro, la gente solo recuerda lo de antes.
The big bad wolf. It's about time you showed up.
I had to take care of some things first.
Little errand boy. That's nice.
Chico rocado, como en todos los juegos.
Bigby.
En todos los juegos el chico rocado.
Here in one piece. I do apologize, but I have some business to attend to.
O sea, Kratos lo tenían para chico rocado también.
Hands of my associate. Come find me when you finish, dear.
Don't worry. This won't take long.
Get out of my way now. Don't make this worse.
Aw, he doesn't want to play.
I'm sure you'll persuade him.
Golpearlo.
Wow, what a man. Stealing punches while my back is turned. Didn't your mother ever teach you to fight proper?
La cabrona esta como se mueve por los cristales y demás. Y desaparece y aparece. ¿Esta también tiene transformación o no? No, por aquí mismo, total. No, está Bloody Mary. La de que dice su nombre 5 veces delante del espejo y aparece y te mata, pues es. Caperucita Roja no sale. Sale el leñador que salvó a Caperucita Roja y a la abuela. Lo que pasa es que es un... No sube puntos para uno. Ahora que tengo que moverme. No, no hay puntos. Ahí no hay puntos de espada. No hay dab si no hay puntos. Le he dado. Vale. Sale el leñador, lo que pasa es que es un poco alcohólico, un putero. Bueno, putero no. Solo que a la chica que le gusta es puto. La troll que le gusta es puto. Ay.
Where are you? Come
Ah,
out and
putero.
face me.
A ver, la chica que le gusta es puta y a veces le paga y a veces no. Entonces, bueno. Putero a medio. Vale, sí tiene transformación. Esta es que es dura, la verdad. Por mucho que hagas, te hace polvo. ¿La tiramos ahí dentro? No, ¿esto da igual o no? Guardando. No sé si te sacarán a Caperucita Roja en el no. El tema es que tiene que haber algún cuento en el que el lobo feroz y Blancanieves se cruzan. Porque aquí en el juego por lo menos se conocían de antes. Luchas contra Naruto, tío. Muchos enemigos, Hostia, transformación total en lobete. Ahora sí, ¿no? Este es el lobete. La del duelo es música metalera. Los Doom pendientes todavía. Ven aquí. Tengo que no recurrir a la de esto. Vale, fuera. ¿Aullido? Hostia, sopla, ¿no? Sí. Y soplaré y soplaré. Ahí está. No me acordaba de esto. A ver. Ni de la transformación esta. De lobo. Es que me lo pasaba bastante antes ya en la Play. Se acabó lo de Mary. No, hombre. Solo a las 10. Creo que luego era ahí, hijo de una loba y luego del viento del norte o algo de eso. Creo que era de una canción o de otro cuento. Esa parte. O sea, todos los lobos de los cuentos es este. Bueno, ¿qué?
Hello, Bigby. You look tired.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
This gun holds... I won't miss next time.
Vale.
Before you do anything with me, I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want.
That's right. But what happens to you once you get there is a different story.
I'm not quite
Siempre hay ropa.
You will bring me
Magia.
back alive.
Todo es magia. Cuando no
Look,
es
all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community. And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial.
You need to tell me right now. We're not going anywhere until I get some answers from you.
If you want answers, you're going to have to cooperate with me. Look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand. I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women. And I think you know
Esa es la típica. Yo no he matado a nadie.
All I'm asking
Solo he
for is a
mandado...
chance.
¿Sabes? Hitler tampoco mató a nadie. Solo mandó a exterminar a uno. No sé. Yo no he matado a nadie. De manera, ni Franco tampoco mató a nadie. Y ahí.
To explain my side of the story.
Bullshit. I already talked to Georgie. I know you ordered their deaths.
Mr. Porgy is mistaken, I assure you. I'm a businessman, not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms. Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community. I don't mean to belabor the point, but just so we're clear, if you change your mind and decide to do something stupid, you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town. You're often reckless, and I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth? Or do you just want to look like the hero?
This is about protecting Fabletown. When some asshole murders two of our people, it's my job to bring them down.
Then why are you here? You know who murdered them. Georgie. He's dead, isn't he?
Poquito.
My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle.
Aye.
You know, I'm actually looking forward to seeing Miss White again.
All right, let's go.
¿Cómo
Hand
dormirá?
over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't mind. What do you say? Hey!
Aye.
I'm sure Miss White will be pleased. Such a reliable pup. I understand why she'd want to keep you
Ah,
around.
pues hazlo.
You're under arrest. You'll be given a trial in front of your peers. And your punishment will follow.
Tiene que haber más pruebas de que está haciendo cosas malas, ¿no? O sea, a un mafioso lo pillaron porque evadía impuestos.
I know.
Y luego ya le cargaron todos los
Are you
muertos. y
fucking
todo.
kidding me?
When is this thing happening?
Are we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to. He's back.
The Crooked Man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble.
No lo he
At the
puesto
Crooked
fácil.
Man's place.
Well, he didn't make it easy.
What happened?
It doesn't matter. He's here. We got him.
We can talk about it later. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know.
Sí, creí que lo iba
I'm
a
just
matar.
glad you made it back in one piece.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
Could
What do you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get
These
off?
poor
You think
girls.
you have the right
And
to
what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook!
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder of
As I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porge who killed those women,
Bajo tu
not
orden.
me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the
Bueno,
situation
ah,
to you
no,
again?
no,
Wait
no.
a minute.
No me
So
compares
you're
a
saying
Silco con este,
Georgie's
por
the
favor.
motherfucker who killed
No
my
me compares a
sister?
Silco con
Well,
este.
where is it?
Yeah,
Silco-
you're gonna
Silco
bring
está
that
aquí,
shithead
¿sabes?
in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff.
Silco está en
Where
un
is
alto.
the rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
I killed him. He's dead.
He's... what?
Dead. So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything.
Sí, sí, pero
We'll
Silco
deal
es mejor.
with it later,
O
but
sea,
right
Silco,
now
o
you're
sea,
the one
Silco
I'm
fan.
concerned
O sea,
You call the shots. Georgie made that
Dejémoslo
perfectly
ahí.
clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
Other charges.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Silco la polla.
Got it?
If you insist.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and
malentendido.
providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical
Bueno,
artifacts.
no me interrumpí.
Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you
Stop
didn't.
the charade. We know you're
Come on.
involved.
Dejarlo que
it's
hable.
obvious.
Everyone just shut up for a minute. You wanted a chance to talk? Well, go ahead.
What?
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
No, y lo vamos a tirar. Si puedo tirarlo, lo
Crooked Man
tiro.
has committed crimes against this government, and most importantly,
Démosle la
its
esperanza
citizens.
de que...
These charges,
la oportunidad de
if
que hable,
proven, are
que
enough
se
to
llene
justify
su mente de
death,
esperanza y luego lo
upon which
tiramos al
your body
pozo.
will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
This is ridiculous.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White.
Dice que-
You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Magia.
Are you gonna get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business.
Ahora mismo está
Whatever.
ahí. Maguire será bestia, seguramente. Está Bella y Bestia, Blancanieves, una troll, un tío que también se transforma en un bicho raro, Barba Azul, y luego hay un carnicero random, que no sé si es de algún cuento o no sé.
A reason I'm sure only he could understand. He murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
This is such bullshit! Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
You weren't being helpful. You were trying to set me up. Your people tried to kill me.
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
Yeah, right. They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people, use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not
Esos son
my
bellos.
slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah, that's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Le va a dar vuelta a todo el cabrón.
Yes, but...
Wasn't I?
Crane was the one who let this town go to the fucking dogs. The guy who was in your pocket, remember?
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours.
Cuanto más hablemos,
I
va a costar
helped her,
tirarlo al
she
pozo.
was able to make a living, provide for
A mí no,
herself.
pero
And what
que
did
voy a
they
quedar
do?
peor.
For the longest time, not much, but they asked me to come work for them.
Really? The new deputy mayor wants you on the 13th floor?
No. The wolf offered me the job. She wanted my tree destroyed. If she had her way, I'd be hung out to dry on a clothesline by now.
What?
You were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Is that true? I know what you're doing, and it's not gonna work. You can't manipulate us
No sé
or
por qué no
these
sale de ahí
people.
arriba.
We're not here to talk
Oh,
about
we're
this.
not?
Bigby just
This
means
is
that-
important, and I'm glad it's being talked about.
You know why I asked him to destroy your tree. You were working with Crane and the Crooked Man.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with the Crooked Man.
We've made some mistakes. I've
La
made some
pa- también por el
mistakes.
pozo. No, entonces sí nos ponemos a toda la ciudad en
I
contra.
truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection.
Tú,
No
tú,
one
al
can.
pozo. Y tú también.
But I can
Y
promise
tú no
to
lloras,
always
también.
have your best interests at heart.
Like you did with her?
We didn't get you into this situation. He did.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you, exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength. And if things didn't fall exactly his way, someone would die.
We're not gonna tolerate this shit anymore. The debts are wiped. His business is closed. He's done.
They're right.
You're all still afraid
no
of
puedo
him,
estaba bestia
even
del
now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town
Ahí,
is over.
topa acá.
And those girls will have their justice.
Y Barbazu al pozo también. Que es muy borde. Topa el pozo. El pueblo ha hablado.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the...
No, prueba. No hay tantas pruebas, o sea, no hay prácticamente nada, pero hay dos que, como mataron a la hermana de a la troll, hay dos que lo quieren muerto. Luego Bella y Bestia, como están endeudados, muertos también porque se quitan la deuda. El lobo que el señor que pone yo, al pozo también. O sea, también quiere que lo tirarlo al pozo. Barba Azul ha perdido dinero por culpa de este tío. O sea, las putas le dan igual que haya muerto, pero el dinero le importa. Al pozo también. O sea, no está igual.
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession.
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about? And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of course it's right. This man tormented all of you, for profit! Georgie
Let me
killed
just
him.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did, because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes. Of course, yes. You're responsible.
Well, by that logic, Miss White should be on trial for Tweedledum's murder, since you know Bigby works for her.
That's...
He killed a man.
That don't make him a murderer.
Doesn't it?
For fuck's sake, killing someone who's trying to kill you is
They
hardly...
were there to retrieve Crane. You didn't need to escalate things.
Me? It was them. And who sent those two freaks anyway?
Bigby and I have already discussed his behavior that night. We're handling it
Now,
internally.
where have I heard that before? How about the way he treated the poor woodsman when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all
Fue-
just
fue
let
Barbazo.
that go?
That was Bluebeard, not me.
He was a murder suspect.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different. We
I
Al
will
pozo.
not order those
Te vayas al
people
pozo en cuanto
dead.
me den la opción.
It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own crimes.
This isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them
Cerrad
after
toda
we
la
deal
puta
with you.
boca.
Everyone just shut the fuck
Al
up.
puto
I mean, a
pozo.
certain level of privilege should be afforded to Tweedle.
This is how it's always been.
Yes. See, this is exactly to what I'm speaking. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf? Who will be the...
Bigby! Miss White!
Excuse me, dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Of course. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid.
Esta es la sirenita. Solo que se llama Nerissa, no Ariel. Aquí.
To come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut
whether-
up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's
Ni
body.
al pez.
Did you kill her? Did
¿O a
he?
Flamber era? Pues,
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian wanted you freed from the ribbons. She took her own life.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know
Nerissa! My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me. And now I can finally say, you're an asshole.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me.
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
Aye,
no,
aye.
that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves.
La cinta que llevan en el cuello es como es un hechizo para que no puedan contar ciertas cosas. Entonces, claro, es un prostíbulo y tienen que mantener cierta la boca cerrada. El tema es que evita que pueda hablar de otras cosas también, como lo del tío este. Entonces, si te quitas la cinta, se te cae la cabeza al suelo. Entonces, claro, no se la quita a nadie. Porque no es worth it, ¿sabes?
Fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay
La otra es la
all
que
I've
tenía...
done for you.
What, you take 2 people?
La otra era la principal, desde donde iba, digamos, el encantamiento a todas las demás. Entonces, claro, como se la quita ahora, las otras están libres. Pero vamos, cualquier otra tía que se quitara la cinta antes, al suelo, a la cabeza.
People's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
Podría despedazarte encima.
Rip your arms off first. Would you enjoy that?
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt
Encerrarlo para
anyone
siempre,
again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough
I don't give a
bloodshed
shit. So we
already?
get rid of him.
Dangerous.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a
Yo me
suitable
diré al pozo.
punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Why not?
We
What
should
then?
have a vote. Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
That makes sense to me. I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine. Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Te va al pozo, ¿verdad?
Okay.
Del tirón.
Wolf, it's your call.
Snow.
Just do what you think is right.
Te vas al pozo.
Yes, Sheriff.
Arrancarle la
Do what
cabeza.
you
No, no.
think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
No.
Al pozo.
Everyone, I'm...
Not this way.
Pero, ¿qué hijo puta? Al ojo no.
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
Finish it, Sheriff.
Al
You're going
pozo.
to miss me.
No, I won't.
Al pozo sin fondo. This is Spa, tal cual.
For Lily and Faith.
Yes. Another one of us to erase from the books.
¿Queréis que eligiera? ¿Así que aguantáis? tema es que el prota es pues, el gran lobo feroz y aquí intenta ser bueno, pero claro, como se mete en pelea y demás. ¿Qué cojones es esto?
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
¿Cómo abre la lata?
Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay.
Ahora sí. Ese creo que es el sapo chiquitín. Me parece. ¿Qué tal, Simo? ¿Qué te cuenta? Dicho Isa Blanco. Pues ok. ¿Y esto, tío? Esto está bugueadísimo. Vamos a esperar a que termine de esto, yo qué sé. ¿Cuándo Minecraft? ¿Y esto qué es, tío? Tiene que ver el final. Pues vaya. Tiene que haber algún...
Did I miss anything good? Well, look at you, all fixed up.
¿Esto qué es? Esto ya lo hemos hecho. Madre mía, la versión del juego este de Epic, ¿sabes? Ah, que tengo que pelearme otra vez. ¿Qué cojones es esto? ¿Esto es distinto?
Come on, Georgie.
Oh, shit.
I know.
No están los de estos. Los diseños no están. Sí, así, está súper raro, tío. ¿Qué ha pasado? No entiendo. No entiendo este...
Fuck, no. What am I gonna do
Maravilloso.
now, Vivian? What the fuck do you expect me to do?
Mira aquí, ¿no? ¿Por qué?
Shit. Oh, I didn't mean for this to happen. Everything just got so fucked.
Tú sabes la
What am I
mierda así, tal
supposed to
cual.
do?
¿Te puedo cargar algo? Encima. Vamos a repetir a ver. Vamos a dar a continuar a ver. Yo qué sé. Sí. El tema es que hemos terminado el juego, pero queda la escena final. Me parece que hablaba con Colin. Sobre que la gente lo sigue viendo malo y demás. Ahora sí. Un día después. Venga. Vaya buget, loco.
Oh, hi. Sheriff Bigby. Great to see you. I don't know if you remember me.
I know who you are, Flycatcher. You've worked at the Woodlands for
Papa Mosca,
how many
no,
years
Valentino.
now?
I think I've lost count.
El
You
juego,
gonna
el
come
juego.
see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, great.
Como lleva el de este sapo, pensé que podía ser el sapo chiquitín.
This fucking line.
A todos me miran mal y... Bueno, el tullido mira, porque el tullido estaba de parte del de este bien.
Mr. Wolf, Flycatcher left his keys.
¿Podemos hablar?
Listen, Snow, can we talk? I wanted to...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Pues no sé qué le voy a dar. Bueno, ahora le voy a dar LOL. Lo que no sé es mañana no sé qué dejo.
You're late.
O sea, entro le daré al Fortnite y al LOL como siempre. Pero...
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
no sé. Tengo un par de juegos instalados, ahora lo digo. Tenía alguno más en mente que creo que no te he apuntado ni descargado ni nada. Tendría que continuar el Motherfather también. Que lo empecé, juego un día y lo he aparcado. Pero por lo menos ya no está esto bugueado. Ah, la escena importante es con Nerissa.
I'm going. Jesus.
We only have like 5 minutes.
And carry me for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit.
You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day.
Te intento ayudar siempre.
Shit. Just go grab that, would you?
Sorry about all this. I tried to help.
Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'd get another chance, but Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway. I told her I had the money, but she didn't want to hear it.
Wait, Sheriff Bigby! I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so if you could bring it to her.
Yeah, sure.
I
Este
couldn't
no
take
le
it
niegan
all
hambre.
with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, 'cause when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore.
I'm sorry, TJ, but look on the bright side.
Supongo en el segundo juego iremos a la
Plenty of
granja.
space to run around, and a nice river nearby, so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the Mundy seeing you. It'll be nice. Come on, it won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No, some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves.
So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ.
Hey, Bigby. Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig?
¿Cómo voy a
How
saber?
should I know?
Lo he visto cenar. Es que el tema es que el sapo este mide 1 metro. No pasa desapercibido. El cerdo sí.
Saying goodbye?
El cerdo sí puede pasar desapercibido. Mientras no hable, no pasa nada.
Hi.
Hi.
Si la
Still
cinta no-
wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
You need to let that go. How are you gonna move on if...
Bigby, I know you're trying to help, but this is just something I need to do on my own.
Claro.
Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily, and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place.
Nerissa, what did you do?
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
You were just trying to protect them.
Yeah. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man. But then... Oh, God.
Vaya, toca el brazo mal.
I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the Crooked Man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the Crooked Man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
I guess what's done is done.
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... that night, after Faith. I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
You?
I walked her over here, and I left her. Just hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them...
So, that piece of fabric I found near there, that was you?
Yeah. I cut my leg trying to get over the fence.
So you started all this?
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The Crooked Man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence. And the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith or Lily. Nobody cares about us.
It's going to be different now, I promise. Things like that won't happen anymore. Not while I'm around.
You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. It seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
Snow doesn't really need me.
I'm sure that's not true. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You protected your friends, no matter the cost. And you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the Crooked Man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the Crooked Man, it was you.
I've been making a lot of mistakes lately.
But you've also done a lot of good. Don't forget that.
Ahora cuento la teoría que hay
You've changed
por
this
internet.
place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you. You're not as bad as everyone says you
Esa
are.
frase es la que da pie a la teoría.
I need to tell you something.
I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too.
Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about Faith?
He said he wanted to run more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for.
seguir.
I'll see you around, Wolf.
El tema es que la teoría que hay es que la primera chica que conoces es esta, solo que con otro aspecto. Y luego te deja la cabeza de la que tenía ese aspecto, delante de la casa. Entonces la primera chica que conoces, o sea, primero conoces a una morena, se llama Faith, que es la piel de asno. Y varias horas después aparece su cabeza en tu puerta. Entonces como que te involucra más en todo esto. Al meter algo personal, ¿no? Alguien que conoce y tal. Entonces claro, la teoría que hay es que esta tía iba disfrazada de la otra para eso. Y luego hay otra teoría que es con otra tía que iba disfrazada también de la otra. A ver, vamos a cotillar esto. Georgie Jorgito. No era el de los chistes, ¿no? Ah, pero lo matamos para que no sufriera. Trajeron con vida al hombre torcido. Ya no matado a mí. 40% lo tiramos al pozo. Mira, venga. Es que al sapo no se le niega nada, mira. Tú el 98,5% aceptaron el regalo. A este no se le niega nada. He cometido muchos errores, esto es tontería. Eso es lo que se dice. A ver, estadísticas especiales. Vamos a cotillar. Les mentiste sobre ver a Bella a salir del apartamento. Mentira. Le prometiste no decir la bestia, que la viste fuera. Pues cumplimos. Le impresionaste con tu habilidad detectivesca. A ver. Peleaste con él tras el interrogatorio. No pasa nada. Le ayudaste a no ir a la granja. Lo lanzaste al pozo. Lo mataste. Le ofreciste trabajo. Viste con Greg. A ver, hiciste un trato con él. Lo trajiste contigo al Trip Trap. Decidiste esperar al pequeño Tim. Hiciste el escarabajo. Lo defendiste. Le diste dinero. Decidiste arrestarlo en el bar Trip Trap. Ahora sí. Ahora sí se ha acabado bien. No como antes que se ha bugueado, que iba la cabeza flotando. No sé qué le ha dado, tío. Sí, es súper raro. Encima estaba repitiendo partes del juego. Luego faltaban los diseños de personajes. Los diseños los personajes. Esto es súper raro. Y luego está los cómics, que son un pelín caros, por lo que he estado viendo. Son un pelín caros. Que lo he encontrado como tapa dura y tal, y no eran 30 y pico euros. Tienen que estar en otro lado más barato. A ver. Logro, no tiene que faltar, pues no hay menos. Completas cada capítulo entero, sí. Completas cada. O sea, las opciones que hay, pues pillas la que falta. Como en cada capítulo hay alguna parte donde tienes que elegir algo. Falta eso y ya está. Ya todo el lobete. A ver. Ah, no, esto es lo. Pero fábula. ¿Qué queda por aquí? Queda una pila, A ver. Dinero Barbazú. Se podría pensar que Barbazú dona fondos al gobierno de Villafábula con fines nefarios como conseguir favores especiales o tener votos sobre las decisiones políticas. Pero en realidad quiere estabilidad y fuerza. Barbazú considera que Villafábula solo existe para que él pueda aislarse de la sociedad mundana. Su dinero podrá ser una espada, pero también sirve como escudo. Gloria tortuosa. Esta iglesia profanada es solo uno de los lugares que el hombre tortuoso usa para capitanear el AMPA de Villafábula. Su atmósfera relajada le convierte en un lugar cómodo para reuniones. a menos que sea un huésped non grato. Está tapiada para el mundo exterior y solo se puede entrar por los diversos portales marcados con el símbolo de la rueda que usa el hombre tortuoso. Están dispersos por toda la ciudad y en otros lugares. El hombre, señor del crimen. El hombre tortuoso se ha ido perfilando como una de las figuras más poderosas de Villafábula. Empezó con 6 penicas oxidados y una casa retorcida. 2 cosas que le importaban más que su esposa e hijo, a quien asesinó cuando se interpusieron en su camino. En su ascenso, el hombre tortuoso ha enredado muchas fábulas en su telaraña criminal, dándole siempre lo que necesitaba a un precio muy alto. Es astuto, persuasivo y despiadado. Pequeño Tim. Aprisa, pequeño Tim. Aunque la mayoría de las fábulas sostienen que su longevidad y bienestar general aumentan si los mundanos las conocen, eso no puede funcionar por una selecta minoría. Cuando una dolencia o lesión es parte integral de la historia de la fábula, dicha notoriedad puede hacer casi imposible la recuperación. Claro, si es... Claro. Eso es lo que piensa el pequeño Tim. Y ninguna atención médica ni magia al alcance de su bolsillo pueden curarle la pierna. A ver, la vida en la granja. Por su ubicación idílica y una comunidad controlada, cualquiera diría que es una grata alternativa que suple la deficiencia de la vida en Villafábula. Pero quien habita allí no piensa en eso, es lo que es en realidad. Vale, esto lo leí. Esto lo leí ayer. A ver, historia de Vivian. Vivian fue la primera en llevar la medición de la cinta morada. El resultado de quitársela sería la muerte. Y cualquier intento de hablar... Con el cable y ya ha sonado de este. Cualquier intento de hablar sobre ello sería frustrado por el éxito que había en ella. Con el paso del tiempo intentó llevar una vida normal. Se casó con un buen hombre, quien constantemente la cuestionaba sobre la cinta que llevaba en su cuello. A pesar de sus súplicas por dejar el tema a un lado, una noche mientras ella dormía hizo el intento de quitárselo. Cuando tiró de la cinta, Vivian se despertó y vio que su esposo estaba lo que su esposo estaba haciendo. El estado de pánico se alejó para evitar que se deshiciera el nudo de la cinta. Furiosa, intentó expresar la temeridad de aquel acto, pero él no fue capaz de comprenderlo. Ella se dio cuenta entonces de que no podía confiar en él y decidió marcharse. Vivió sola el resto de su día en tierra natal, prefiriendo el aislamiento al riesgo de otra traición. Claro, es que, como no puede decir por qué se la puede quitar, pues claro, ¿por qué no me lo dice? Y... Dos tentaciones. Vivian y Georgie se conocieron durante el éxodo en las tierras natales. Se ayudaron mutuamente para sobrevivir el largo viaje hacia el mundo mundano. Sin embargo, a su llegada tuvieron dificultades para tener una vida digna. Con el poco dinero que contaban, abrieron el dulce estancial. Administrar un club nocturno de striptease tal vez no sea el oficio más deseado, pero se dieron cuenta de que era mejor estar encargado de un lugar como esto que ser forzados por la desesperación a trabajar en una descarga, eso sí. El lobo feroz. Ya, se mueve todo. La verdadera forma de lobo es la de un lobo gigante de más de 2 metros de altura. Además de su característico poder de soplar y resoplar, también heredó otra habilidad de su padre, el viento del norte. Por ejemplo, el lobo es capaz de mantener la respiración por un lapso de tiempo mayor al normal, lo que evita que se ahogue. Bueno, como superpoder, o sea, en vez de aguantar 2 minutos aguantas 4, bueno, no es un superpoder muy bueno. Ludimeri empezó a trabajar para el hombre tortuoso hace muchos siglos. Él le prometió hacer lo que ella quisiera, a cambio de que aceptara ser su guardaespaldas, personal y sicario. He metido una coma ahí por medio. Debido al poder y a la influencia del hombre tortuoso, Marianne nunca tuvo que preocuparse de que las autoridades la atraparan. Ella disfruta inmensamente de su trabajo y defiende al hombre tortuoso a muerte, especialmente porque cree que es divertido. Justicia en la villa. Cuando captura a un criminal en Villafábula, el procedimiento tradicional es realizar una audiencia formal frente a la comunidad y las partes involucradas. Sí, un careo, básicamente. Sin embargo, en ocasiones se realizan sesiones para acelerar el proceso. En realidad no existen reglas estrictas para este tipo de situaciones, y el alcance de la norma depende de quién sea acusado. No, en New World Order es. Con Green desaparecido del mapa, el alcalde de Cole nombró oficialmente a Blancanieves como directora de operaciones y adjunta del alcalde en su ausencia. Que el alcalde de Cole no se ha visto. Muchos ya esperan este ascenso desde hace mucho, puesto que ella fue la clave en la fundación de Villafábula y se aseguró personalmente de que muchas fábulas llegaran al nuevo mundo a salvo. También ha estado haciendo el trabajo de la Junta del Alcalde durante años. Porque Crane era un poco inútil. A ver, Sheriff Lobo. Tras huir de las tierras natales, el lobo feroz pasó muchos años vagando por Europa. Durante el rápido desarrollo de la colonia de Fábula en el Nuevo Mundo, Blancanieves y Testapluma rastrearon al lobo y le ofrecieron un pasaje a Villa Fábula. Aceptó y Blanca le cortó con un cuchillo imbuido con licantropía para darle la habilidad de transformarse en un humano a voluntad. Mira. Luego se convirtió en Sheriff de Villa Fábula bajo la investigación de Rey Cole. Debido a su pasado violento, muchas fábulas no confiaban en él y se le prohibió incluso la entrada a la granja. A día de hoy aún lucha por redimirse ante el ojo de la comunidad. Yo creo que la granja se ve en el segundo juego. Seguro, vamos. Se tiene que ver el Rey Cole, la granja y espero ver a Caperucita Roja en algún momento. Bueno, pues ya está. Y logros, pues hemos sacado bastante. Lo que pasa es que como no cuentan para los logros de Epic, porque todavía no están implementados en todos los juegos, pues nada. Es una pena. Pero es que no tengo el juego en Steam. Entonces, pues nada. Pues eso, gente. Vamos a salir del juego y nos vamos a ver los LED un rato. Y mañana, pues no sé si seguiré Mad Father o empezar otra cosa.